Well, good morning. Very excited this morning to present a little bit of information and little dialogue, if you will, regarding the tax credit program in the state of Pennsylvania. We are just absolutely delighted to have a guest with us today, Tammy Clark. She's with the Central Pennsylvania Scholarship Fund. She's an executive director and the point person for us for this tax credit program. We're just delighted to have her. As most of you know, the state of Pennsylvania is one of many states that has a tax credit program whereby individuals can use their tax dollars to scholarship students. And this program has now been opened up to individuals, and we're just expanding this opportunity for our donors and for all those that would like to make a contribution and make a difference in the life of a student. So I'm going to give Tammy most of the time so that she can go ahead and tell us more about this program. Thank you, Tammy, for being with us.
Oh, Sheila, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. So I'm going to give a nice quick rundown of how this program works. The Central Pennsylvania Scholarship Fund is located in Tyrone, Pennsylvania. We've been in existence since 2011, maybe even a little before that. Randy Tarpey, who is a CPA, he is our founder. He's also a huge advocate for the EITC program. He is part of the reason that we have the individual program with the EITC. Originally, this was simply businesses, and we have really branched out into individuals as well. So how this program works is here at CPSF, we have these things called SPEs, which are special purpose entities. We have somewhere between 47 and 53 at this point. I'm not 100% sure what numbers we have now, but as an individual, you become a partner in one of these LLCs. These LLCs are applied, we apply for the credits ourselves here at CPSF, and you get to utilize the credits with a very simple joinder application. If you have $3,500 or more in Pennsylvania state tax liability, and you work for a for-profit business, or you own a for-profit business, or you own stock in any business that operates in the state of Pennsylvania, then you qualify for this program. That roughly translates to about $115,000 in PA taxable income. So that is individual or couples. So if you file jointly with your significant other, then those funds together count jointly. So you could have two people that make more than $115,000. So they're going to make the $3,500 minimum contribution. We here at CPSF make that minimum amount. That is not a state mandated minimum amount. That is us here at the Central Pennsylvania Scholarship Fund. To touch base a little bit on the nonprofit or retiree employees who have to own a stock in a Pennsylvania-based business. I am actually one of those nonprofit employees. I am single. I work for a nonprofit. And what I did is I downloaded the Robinhood app, and I have a share of stock in AMC. So AMC, the movie theaters, that's what I own a share of stock in. So that qualifies me to be able to participate in this program every year. So just to let you know, I do have the little bit of a background on the nonprofit participation, so to speak. And I've been doing this now, participating. This will be my third year participating in the program. I didn't think that I could be the executive director without participating in the program. So the first step really to the participation in this program is very simple. You reach out to Sheila or myself, and we're going to send you a one-page piece of paper called a joinder agreement. This is a very, very simple form to complete. Most likely, you're going to complete the left side of your form. That is your name, your address, your social security number, the date, which is very important, and the amount that you're planning on contributing. There's two different boxes in the middle. One is first, one is second, capital contribution. The first is going to be your first year. The second would be your second year contribution. We do ask for a 2-year commitment for this program. However, me personally, I ask for a lifetime commitment. I will contact you yearly until you tell me not to make sure that you want to participate. It's a fantastic program for not only you as the individual, but for the students that you're helping with these scholarships. So I tend to contact you until you tell me not to anymore. So that joinder agreement is exactly what I need first. I need that back. It's considered a reservation. It's very similar to anything Expedia or any of those travel sites that you utilize, that you book it first and you don't pay until you're getting ready to go on the trip or that you arrive to the trip. We do not ask for any contribution until we receive award letters from the DCED. So once the DCED sends us award letters stating that we have X amount of credits, that's when I send the check request. I do not send a check request until I have those in hand. I think that that's a really good rule to have. You don't want to pay for something that isn't available. So that is something that we'll wait for. So once I receive those award letters, you'll receive a letter from me and then most likely an email from Sheila saying, don't forget to send your check to Tammy. Your check will be written to one of our 4753 special purpose entities. They do range in a number of names. TNA Pride, though, is one of them that we have. We've been working with the Neighborhood Academy for quite a few years now. And so TNA Pride is absolutely one of them, Bulldog Pride as well. So we have several that we utilize. They all have weird names. The most important lines on that joinder agreement that you're going to have are the three bottom ones. There's three lines at the very bottom. Those are the school or schools that you're planning on supporting. Obviously, we want you to support TNA, but any tuition-based institution pre-K through 12th grade in the state of Pennsylvania qualifies for this program. There's a list on our website if you want to participate and support more than one tuition-based institution in the state of Pennsylvania, that's okay. Obviously, we want TNA to be one of them, but we definitely will help you support another institution as well on top of that. So they receive the joinder agreement from us, we receive the check from you, then TNA will get a letter from me saying X amount of people supported you this year, and these are the dollars you have for scholarships. Now, the school has a little bit of work to do for me. They have to let me know where the money is going to be distributed. So student information, just so you're aware, it's not you send me the check and the check immediately goes to the school. There's a little bit of a transition phase if you support them in the fall. So right now, this round, they can receive the money as early as January. That's when they can start supporting you. And right when I'm sending those letters to the school, you're receiving your K-1 packet from me. The K-1 packet consists of multiple things. The two most important things are your two K-1s. So this is the tax part of the whole thing. This is your credit part. You receive a 90% tax credit on your state taxes. The additional 10% is a federal charitable donation deduction for your federal taxes. So the two K-1s you're going to receive, I'm going to use $10,000 as kind of the go-to here. So if you donate $10,000 to the Neighborhood Academy, the Neighborhood Academy will receive that entire $10,000 of scholarships. We do not take any kind of administrative fee or anything like that. You as a donor will receive a federal K-1 that shows your 10% for your $1,000. You will receive an RK-1, which is the state K-1, and that shows your $9,000. So there's your total of your 10, your 90% tax credit for your state, your 10% charitable donation deduction for your federal. You also receive another packet. It is called a for your records only packet. It has a copy of an 1123. The 1123 is the transfer that we do here at Central Pennsylvania Scholarship Fund to transfer the credits from the LLC to your personal tax return. So that the state knows that you did donate to this program through us, you have a K-1 through us, and it'll transition over to you. You'll receive a copy of that. So if there's ever any issues, if you want to upload it with your tax return, you're more than welcome to do that. You'll also receive a copy of your joinder agreement from us that'll be signed by Randy Tarpey, who is the managing partner of every single one of our special purpose entities. So that is all for you. You can give your entire packet to your tax professional. I always suggest before you take a step into this program to talk to your tax professional. If you do not have a tax professional, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I can kind of walk you through to see what you paid last year for your state tax liability, and we can see what we'll do, what you can do or possibly do this year. I won't sugarcoat anything with you. If I don't think that this program is good for you from a tax standpoint, I will let you know. It would be awesome for the school, but I don't want anything to come back to you that you did not qualify. So we did talk a little bit about individuals who qualify for the program. I want to kick back just a smidge for businesses. So business qualifications are, if you're a C Corp, this you can do as a business. So if you're a C corporation, you can absolutely do this as a business because you have the liability. If you're an S Corp, a sole proprietorship, a partnership, those ones are not usually businesses that have the liability within the business. That flows through to the individuals. So I'm going to want the individual on the joinder agreement so the individual can receive the K-1. The problem that we've come up with in the past is because an LLC does not have the tax liability, they will deny the credit, and we don't want that to happen for you. So we'll put it under individual because that's where the tax liability is. So there, I went through a lot very, 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 very quickly, but just a complete rundown. Talk to your tax professional, ask Sheila or I for a joinder agreement. Call me, email Sheila with any questions that you have prior to that. Get the joinder agreement to me here at CPSF, either via Sheila or directly to me. I will make sure that Sheila knows that you sent me a joinder agreement. And then wait for me. I'm going to send you a check request as soon as I have the credits ready for you. I promise. You're going to have between 30 and 45 days to send me that check. Most likely it's going to be due sometime in November, just for your planning purposes. Once you send me that check, you'll usually almost always get an email from me if there's an email on your joinder agreement letting you know that I received your contribution check. In January, the school's going to know who all supported the school. Beginning in January, we're going to start working on K-1 packets. Those K-1 packets will come to you. You utilize them for your tax return. Give those to your tax professional. If you do your taxes yourself via TurboTax, we have a wonderful video on our blog that can help walk you through putting that in TurboTax. So we won't leave you hanging there. And then the next time you're going to hear from me after that K-1 is in the summer of next year. So sometime in June of 2022, once again, I said I'm going to annoy you until you tell me not to. I will send you a letter in the mail asking you to confirm your participation. This is when, let's say you decided to do the program at $3,500 this year just to test the water, see how it goes. And you really like what you saw. And you have the capability of increasing your contribution. So next summer, when I send out the letters, you can change your joinder to increase your contribution. Or let's say vice versa, you had a job change and you donated $10,000 this year, and there's next year, you don't have the $10,000 liability, or you retire half the year or something like that, but you still want to participate at the $3,500 level. That's when you can do that as well. You can also change designations of schools. Obviously, we want you to continue with the neighborhood academy, but that's sometime that you can change your designation as well there. So there's a lot of things that can happen in June. And again, you'll hear from me not again until September or October when I receive the award letters for your second contribution. So that's kind of how the time frame is. I'm happy to send you a timeline. I know that Sheila would be as well, that if you have any further questions on how that timeline works. The one downside to the program, there's one, that's it. Only one, is the refunds take forever. They do not start processing, at least currently, they do not start processing EITC contributions until July 1. So everybody that donated in September of 2020, they are just now starting to receive their refunds from that contribution. Now, I'm not sure if that will continue to be the case. The state received a new system this year. This past year, December, they started a new system. It's kind of been sheer chaos in 2021, but they're hoping to have all of the kinks out for 2022. I work directly with one individual at the state. She's wonderful. We came up with a game plan, her and I, to make things go a lot smoother. So we're going to see if maybe that will help the refunds get processed a little bit quicker, but just to let that caveat out there that it will probably not be processed until July 1. So your refund will probably not be until August. If you receive a refund, some people do not, but if you happen to receive a refund, it will not be until usually about August. So you have about an 8-month time frame from the time that you send your check in to me until you receive your refund. So that is, in my opinion, the only downside to the program. If you budget well, it won't be an issue. I budget, obviously, clearly, I budget well so that I can do this program every single year. But other than that, I think that that is kind of the program in a nutshell. I am always available via phone or email. If you have any questions, I know Sheila is fantastic at responding to my emails. So I have no doubt that she'll be fantastic responding to yours as well. So Sheila, did I miss anything? Is there anything you want me to re-go over or cover again?
That was fantastic, Tammy. No, the only question that came to my mind is for people who, and I don't know if you have an answer for this, who pay their quarterly taxes. Should they hold that? Is there a period of time that they should pay partially? What answer can we give to folks who pay quarterly taxes?
That's a brilliant question. And honestly, it depends on how the donors want to do it. I have quite a few donors that do not pay any quarterly taxes at all. They stop paying them because they utilize the SPE program in order to do that, because your K-1 will cover your entire year. So if you do not make any quarterly payments, you're not going to get any penalty for that.
Okay.
I have some that pay all of them, and then they enjoy the refund when they, when it comes back in. So it really depends on where you are with your quarterly payments. If you are in a position to continue to make them, then go ahead and make them. If you would rather just write one check to me and in the year, that's okay too. You can make half. If you're only planning on doing, if your liability is 10,000, but you only want to do a $5,000 commitment to me, then pay the 5,000 towards your estimated payment. So it really is going to be on an individual basis. But I do have people that do every single option. So that was a great question though, Sheila. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you, Tammy. This is wonderful. Really appreciate you taking the time out. I know you're a busy lady, so we thank you so much for all of your information. And for those of you that are watching this video on the website, on our webpage, you'll see my contact information. You can reach out to me. Tammy's information will be there. You can reach out to her anytime. So thank you again, Tammy, so much, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Sheila. You as well. You take care.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.